Aloha all, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I'm Paper Mario Guy. In the last episode, we finished out Piccolo's story, and it was pretty fun and all. But now we will be moving on to Uub, one of my least favorite characters, as I've stated in the past. And if you've watched this LP, for the majority of it at least, you'll know that I kind of just don't like Uub. If you like Uub, it's alright. Go like Uub. But I'm not going to. But I won't bash him, because I've done that enough in previous episodes. Anywho, Uub's story is pretty short, and it's, pretty lame in my opinion. I don't know if I'd say worse or better than Yamcha, but we'll see. The way I'm going to do this, just to avoid any problems, because I know that there's a battle that later on that I might have a little problem with, I'm just going to put on these, few things right here. I'm going to do the viral heart disease trick and all. Oh, man. Indigestion. Anywho, yeah, so, this is kind of winding down here. There's Uub, there's Broly, there's Vegeta, and then there's the extra videos that I need to show with some of the extra battles and everything. Oh, man, what's with the indigestion? Every time I go to record, it seems like I have, some sort of, chest problem where I just can't, I have to stop and just, take a breath. It's awful. Anywho, Uub controls a little weird, and he has this move called Key Cannon, which is, the bane of my existence, especially in world tournaments, which is why I kind of hate... Which is one of the factors of why I hate Uub, because, I mean, look at that. How are you even supposed to see something like that? I used to have so many problems just seeing that move. It was kind of annoying. And, I still have some problems seeing it. But it's just one of those things, it's just if I can not get raped, watch. He's, all the way over there, and it just keeps on going, and it does just about the same amount of damage and everything. It's just, a devastating move. And it's hard to see, and really hard to dodge, because you never know when to really go for the dodge. But I mean, Goku is taken care of pretty quickly, partly because I had viral heart disease on, but I mean, even so, he's not that hard of a battle. And you can, if you wanted to make it really easy, you could just knock him out of the ring. But I mean, I'm not going to do that, because that's not what I do. I'm going to put health and attack up. Health and attack is really all I really ever want to put on. But I mean, there's not much to talk about in Uub's story, so I'm just gonna find something else to talk about. And one of those things is completioning. Completioning. What kind of word was that? Completing things. And like I said, this LP is winding sound, so probably in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be completing this. And that's always an experience in itself, and I talked about that in Pokemon Stadium, so I'm not going to get too much into, how completing a project is, a good feeling, but just completing, video games in general seems to be, a pretty cool thing to me. It just gives you that sense of accomplishment, and, I mean, you kind of deserve it, considering you just beat the entire game of whatever you're playing. But, I mean, I was talking, I know before my Xbox died, which was back in January, I was going through and completing a lot of the games that I had, that were just not completed, and, the thing about that was, I had so many games that I didn't even realize until, until I went back and started completing it. I didn't realize how many games that I kind of just left uncompleted, or I could have played more of that I didn't. One of those games being, GTA 4. I've played that game, and I've beaten it and everything, but, I mean, I could probably go back, and I probably will, and play the story over, and do it in a completely different manner, because of all the choices that you can make. I never actually wound up beating Mass Effect 2, so that's something that I have to work on. And then plus I need to play Mega Man 9 again because I mean, that game is fantastic. It's great gameplay, fantastic music and everything. But I mean, I never went through and played it, which is kind of disappointing. So I need to do that. Plus I need to get Mega Man 9 or Mega Man 10 because I only played it once when Shadow Mario guy brought his Wii over, and when we played, I was only able to play like 1 or 2 stages and everything, and then we kind of moved on. So, and then on to, past that, I mean, there's a few console games that I want to play and buy. Not even so much that I've owned, but I mean just completing games that people have said are good. And what is this battle? Let's find out. But I mean, like, for example, I've been going through, I guess it's a good thing that I don't have my 360 right now, because while I have a lot of games on there, I do have, like, a lot of games on the GameCube. For example, I went back, and I mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure, that, like, Super Mario Sunshine, I went back and beat that game. Wind Waker, I need to go through, and I mean, that game, oh man, I don't know what to think about that game right now. I think it's fun. I really do think it's fun. But the tedious, like, back and forth action that you have to do to get through, the, Wind and Earth Temple is a little ridiculous for my taste. Personally, that's like one of the things that have kind of annoyed me. Just there's, oh yeah, you Super Saiyan 4. That's the battle. Oh no! See, look at that, full bars of damage and everything. You can't get hit by this. You will get messed up. But, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, yeah, but Wind Waker, I'm going to be kind of disappointed if the Wind and Earth Temples don't, like, live up to what I want them to. Because, to be honest, like, with the amount of, like, tedious and, well, at least in my opinion, it was tedious and annoying. The amount of, like, annoying stuff that you had to go through just to get into those temples. Like, if they're not good temples, I'm going to say I'm pretty disappointed. But I mean, we defeated Goku, so that's completing a fight, I guess. I don't know. Wind Waker's fun, but I really do need to just finish those temples and beat the game to make my final decision of whether or not I'd say that it's as good as Ocarina and Majora's Mask and even like A Link to the Past or the original. Because right now I'd say those are like probably, oh, and the Minish Cap, because like Minish Cap was really easy, but it was still, in my opinion, a really, really great Zelda game. But those would be like my 5 top Zelda games: Majora's Mask, Ocarina, not in no particular order, but Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, the original, A Link to the Past, and Minish Cap are definitely like my top 5 right now. And Wind Waker could possibly break into that top 5. It just, like I said, it needs to impress me. But you know, Uub is done, and I still don't know why they put him in the game. I don't know why. I mean, not in the game, but why they gave him a story. Same thing kind of with Yamcha and Tien. Just like other people could have used those stories a lot better. And I mean, I had an entire episode back in Yamcha's story, so I'm not gonna like go too big into that. But I mean, people agreed with me. I got positive response with the idea that, like, maybe some, like, Frieza should have got her own story or something like that, or Boo or something. But, I mean, whatever. The game has been made. You can't change it. And I still think it's a great game and all, but it just has a few things. Next episode, we'll start my favorite character to play as his story, and that will be Broly. But until then, I am Paper Mario Guy. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll continue the LP in the next episode. See y'all later.